They're just biding their time, waiting downstairs, wondering if or not Dragon's going to come knocking. Why? Because there's a vending machine here.
And it can be pretty risky to bomb rush the attic, right?
Yeah.
Close area, you saw the triple glue wall from Dragon Esports, like you called it, there's a vending machine downstairs. And we've seen if the circle moves away from a building with multiple levels, usually those at the ground floor can afford to wait. And in this case, EVOS, they don't mind waiting. There's no rush back.
Yeah.
They can just keep getting intel onto Dragon Esports every now and then.
Also, brilliant positioning coming through from Dragon Esports, and this is why they've been able to survive time and time again. Their rotations are always looking for that vending machine, and they have hit so many revives in the competition so far. I'm sure if we pulled up the numbers, we will see them as the champions of revivals. Of course, speaking of champions, your two-time world champs, Fluxo, on standby here, ready to be the third party in a party they were not even invited to. The Dinocular is going to be scanning out 4 players. Unfortunate for them because they should have scanned a little bit towards the left. And once again, the read of the circle, perfection out of Buriram. They have not had to move for the past 2 circles.
Rainbow, well, R7, they actually flew into the edge of the circle. Someone scared them out. I would like to bet it's either Vitality or Falcons. There's a monster truck on top of the roof. Not really sure who can claim that, but EVOS ready to finally make their move. Instantly forced away. The utility usage from Dragon Esports is on point. And the same for Fluxo, trying to flush RRQ out. Massive damage being dealt. The glue wall will be preemptively used as the fight between Dragon and EVOS now breaks out. Dragon Esports winning in terms of numbers. EVOS, you don't want to go down that early, but the numbers are definitely falling down to a 1v1. Getting caught behind. EVOS saved by Ray.
Seifu, instead of using the glue wall to block off any potential damage and pick up his buddy, went for that super med, instead paid a high price for it. And now, the grenade, no follow-up earlier on, but it has given enough time for RRQ to play the recovery. Time turner on top of everything else. Pulled out as well, just in case anything was to happen from those windows. Mahal still sees some action. Dudes gets a coordinate onto Bob, and Buriram cleans up house, and the victims are the Indonesians, RRQ.
Just one grenade for 3.
One more.
More than worth it. Second it comes through. A bit of a chip damage. You actually stolen away by Deal from AGAL, who finally joins the party. BRU still can afford to play slow, but for Fluxo, they paid a high price. EVOS now fighting against Vitality, and EVOS completely outnumbered. Vitality, they just need to be patient and surgical. Core memory gets wiped out off screen, but EVOS somehow is holding on dang well with only 2.
AGAL taking a little bit of advantage of that chaos there, hitting away at both squads, walking away with the most points off of the Indonesians. Thailand smiling year to year at this point of time, looking at AGAL as well as Buriram, but it's not over till it's over. EVOS, 2 players up against Koja, but both squads need to be very wary of AGAL and their position. The circle now forcing all 3 squads to move inch by inch. Nobody wants to sit in the open circle just yet.
Only 2 teams have a full squad alive, BRU and AGAL. EVOS trying to circle Koja, coming for the pincer maneuver. Koja takes a 1v1, and that's step number 1. The execution confirms the elimination. Koja only has to deal with Kochiu, and things are not looking good. At least not for Koja. He's going to try to navigate the blue zone. Couple of blue walls left. That's the last reserve that he has. Save for Kochiu, both on the last legs. But blue wall melter from AGAL. The Indonesians might just fall victim to the ties.
Yeah, Kochiu looking at Koja, but AGAL showing up just in time to knock Kochiu down onto the ground. Koja will be ripped away by Moshi. And Thailand will stand strong in the final circle. This Bermuda map belongs to Southeast Asia. And AGAL and Buriram both proving that. Fluxo falling out in third, surviving long enough. But Buriram looking for the absolute shutdown. Sniper taken away from AGAL. Chinoy, down you go, they say. But Chinoy just standing up long enough to get a knock. And Buriram starting things off hot here. Question is, can they keep up this momentum they're building?
Cinematic opening. Buriram United Esports, no longer the favorites, but continues to remind the world that even if they are not, they will make themselves known. And this Booyah is going to give them heck of a head start. 12 eliminations plus the Booyah, that's 24 points, and they are already a quarter of a way there to unlocking Champion Rush.
AGAL so sneaky, man. I mean, taking best use of that position that they had on that high ground.